welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be making a really cute trifold card, and it's a really nice one to use up some of your pattern paper. And for mine I'm going to be using this really gorgeous Let's Celebrate first edition paper pad from DRK Crafts. And this one is just so much fun, so I'm going to quickly show you what you get. I've taken some of the pages out, but you get 3 of each sheet. So you've got this is actually one of my favourite patterns. I really love this, and it's got the gold foil on it. You've got these lovely balloons with the gold foil on as well. We've got all of these really pretty cakes, which is really nice because you've kind of got some things in here that are a bit more childlike, but I think these are really nice on an adult's card. And they've got like a really nice shine to the candle tops. And you've got this nice glitter pattern. We've got this sparkly ice cream sheet. These really cute dogs. We've got these cute pandas as well. And we've got some fun presents and party hats. This really pretty party hats paper. And now we're on to double-sided. So all the ones that we've done up to this point have been single-sided designs. Now we're on to double-sided. So you can see that's got that stripe on the back. Then we've got these love hearts with this little pattern on the back. We've got these flowers, which I really like this pattern. It's really pretty. The triangles on the back, we've got the bouquets of flowers with this pretty pattern on the back. We've got this with the bunting on the back. We've got stripes, which I think are always useful, with the flowers on the back. We've got these fun flamingos with this cute pattern on the back. And then we've got the candles with this pattern on the back. So you can see there's a really nice mix there of quite kind of childlike imagery and prints, and then some kind of more pretty adult style prints, but they all kind of mix together really nicely. So there are loads of different ways to make these trifold cards, but this one that we're going to make today folds up to a 6x6 inch card, so it'll fit in a 6x6 envelope. So I've got a 6x10 inch piece of pink cardstock, and I've put it in at 1 inch. So then I'm going to cut across from 1.5 inches to 7 inches, and then I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to put this in at 1 inch. So I've got a 1 inch mark here and a 1 inch mark here, so I can use them both. So I'm going to use this 1 inch mark this time. And again, I want to cut from 1.5 to 7 inches. So then I'm going to turn this round, and now we're going to be doing scoring. So I want to put it in at 1.5 inches first, and I'm going to score it from 1 inch to 5 inches. I'm just scoring across between the 2 cut marks. Then I'm going to move it up another inch to 2.5 inches, and I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to score from 1 to 5 inches. Then I'm going to move it to 4 inches, and this time I'm just going to cut the top and the bottom bit. So I'm cutting up to 1 inch, and from 5 to 6 inches. Then I'm going to move it to 6 inches, and this time I'm going to score it all the way down. Then I'm going to move it an extra inch, so to 7 inches, and this time I'm going to go back and I'm going to score from 1 to 5. So then I can bend all of these score lines. So you want to kind of take it in turns, so that bends like that to make this part here, and then this needs to bend like that. So then it bends like that to create the 6x6 inch card, and then it pops up like this to make the trifold. So I'll add a template for this to my blog, which I'll link in the description below. So then I've cut 2 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 inches, so to fit in these panels. But then obviously I need to cut this bit out. So I've got 1/8 of an inch there, so this is 7/8 inches. So I want to cut at 7/8 inches, and I want to cut back by 2 3/8 inches. So I'm going to line this at 7/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to cut from here back to 1 3/8 of an inch. Then I'm going to do the same the other side, so I'm just going to flip it so that it's easier. And then I need to cut across between those lines, so I'm lining it up 1/8 of an inch under 2.5 inches, so that's 2 3/8 inches, and then I'm going to cut 7/8 inches up to 4 7/8 inches. So then I've got this piece, which you can see fits really nicely on there. So then I need to do the same this end, but this time I only want to take out this inch piece. So I need to start at 7/8 of an inch, and I want to cut 2 7/8 of an inch. So that's just the 1/8 under an inch mark. Then I'm going to flip it, do the same on the other side. And then I'm going to line it up at 7/8 of an inch and cut between the two marks. So then that fits nicely on there. So I'm going to glue those on. Then I've got these pieces that I've cut from this paper, and these are 7/8 of an inch by 2 inches, and those are to go on here. Then I've got these pieces which are 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 inches. So then I've got this cute panda that I want to put in here, but the balloons on the top just make it slightly too big. So this is just fussy cut from the pack. I'm just going to cut off these top balloons, so that one on this side, and then on this side I think what I'll do is I'll cut off this yellow one here and the pink one above the green, and that will just help it sit nicely in that space. So I've got a piece of this cardstock that measures 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. Then this piece measures 3 by 3 1/2. And then I'm going to pop up the panda on some foam pads, but it is worth noting that because I'm popping it up on foam pads, it's not going to fold completely flat. I'm not worried about that. But if you're planning on sending it through the post and you're worried about postage, then you might want to glue it on rather than putting foam pads behind it. So then I think that looks really cute like that, but I have fussy cut some more bits and pieces, so I'm just going to see if I want to use those. So I'm going to just stamp a birthday sentiment onto some pink cardstock. I'm actually going to heat emboss that in white embossing powder. So then I'm going to stamp this birthday wishes sentiment in the embossing ink, and then I'm going to pour over some of the opaque bright white superfine embossing powder from Wow, and then I'm going to cut around that with my scissors. So I think that these balloons look nice tucked behind the dog as though he's kind of taking them to the party. So I'm just going to chop that bit off there so that they can fit behind, and then I can glue that onto there. So then I'm going to add the little dog on foam pads, and then I'm going to add my present and my sentiment on foam pads as well. So then I feel like that's like a party in a card. So you can pop it in the envelope like that, and then it opens up like that. I think that's really cute. So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's card. If you did, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's card are listed in the description below. And there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.